Authorities hope abolishing the tipping fee will help reduce illegal dumping. A reduction in HIV and AIDS stigma in Barbados, but only among some groups. And in sports, a batting collapse sinks the Windies' hopes of salvaging a series draw against Bangladesh.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, the tipping fee imposed on waste disposal at the Sustainable Barbados Recycling Centre has been scrapped. The announcement from Sanitation Service Authority Chairman Senator Rudy Grant. Now, he explains that Prime Minister Mia Amor-Motley stated in her mini-budget last June that the controversial fee would be abolished. Barbadians had to pay $25 per ton to dispose of waste at the SBRC as a result of the fee, which was introduced in May 2015.
We're happy that after meetings with our Minister of the Environment and National Beautification, the Honourable Trevor Prescott MP and the Board, it was agreed to implement the decision as of Monday, the 3rd of December 2018. It should make it easier for persons to dispose of waste at the official disposal facility SBRC, and in doing so, discourage illegal and indiscriminate dumping. It is also expected that this will improve the general health of the nation and help us to maintain and sustain a clean environment.
Well, there's evidence of a reduction in stigma and discrimination as it relates to HIV and AIDS in Barbados. But Director of the National HIV/AIDS Commission, Jackie Wiltshire-Gay, says attitudes are changing to people in only some of the more marginalized populations. Well, she was speaking on the sidelines of an Independence Entrepreneur Extravaganza hosted by the St. Michael Center for Faith and Action.
LGBT community sex workers, and you know that if we don't work with these communities, these are areas that could force the disease underground. So it means that we have to continue to try to reduce that stigma and discrimination. We have a rights-based agenda, because you would not say you don't want everybody to be happy. I don't think there's a single person in Barbados, if you ask them, that would not say they want everybody to be happy. And therefore we start from that premise and working to see if we can reduce the stigma and discrimination so that we can have successful programs and successful impact of the investment that we put into our program.
Mrs. Wiltshire-Gay says in the meantime, Barbados will remain focused on the global target of 90-90-90. She explains that target intends to ensure 90% of people with HIV know that they have the condition. 90% of those are in treatment, and 90% of those being treated have a suppressed viral load. Mrs. Wiltshire-Gay says in spite of the gains, stigma and discrimination continue to prevent the Commission's programs from being effective.
We're also looking to work with what is our vision for the Commission as we go forward. We're now at a crossroads, as you know, as the disease itself is at a crossroads. And therefore it means that we're going to have to look and see how we apply the techniques and the new strategies towards the HIV program.
Well, the theme for this year's World AIDS Day is Know Your Status, and Barbados Champion for Change, Dr. Alison Leacock, says figures of 310,000 confirmed HIV cases in the Caribbean in 2017 remain a concern. She adds that with rapidly declining donor support to HIV programming, there must be a commitment at the regional and national level to sustaining investment in prevention, treatment, communication for development, moral and values education, as well as care programs. The church has been reminded of the important role it plays in fostering entrepreneurship. Minister of Small Business, Entrepreneurship and Commerce, Dwight Sutherland, made the comment as he encouraged what he has described as more Christpreneurs to emerge from the church. He made the comments at the St. Michael Center for Faith and Action's Independence Entrepreneur Expo and Extravaganza at the Church Village Green, and that's in the city. A cross-section of entrepreneurs showcased their products and services to the public during the event, which the organizers are hoping will be an annual one.
This type of entrepreneur engages in the vocation of creating value with God's resources using the ethical insights of the church faith and church to be a more faithful discipline as an entrepreneur. As a faith-based organization founded on the principles of the Word of God, it is readily recognized that the Bible encourages Christians to work hard and not to be slothful in their business. Thus, there's need for the church to model society into accepting that there's need to be diligent and conscientious in one's chosen field of endeavor.
Well, Mr. Sutherland adds that the ministry of the church remains vital in modeling a holistic pattern of entrepreneurial skills acquisition.
This presupposes the need to mobilize and develop a unified voice to question the idea of business as usual and challenge the status quo. And I know the goodly reverend will do such. The church must therefore not be quiet in its call for stamping out corrupt practices, whether within the business arena or society at large.
Well, many Barbadians took part in several activities yesterday to recognize the island's 52nd anniversary of independence. Among them, students from the Alexandra Secondary School. Over 300 of them embarked on the school's second route march throughout Speightstown. The event, according to organizer Chanel Clark, was geared at bringing the community and school closer together.
Pride in their national colors and to take pride in what is Barbados, because we find that sometimes students, they get a little lost in the whole idea of what being independent means, and to remind them of the colors and remind them of the flag and what independence means. This is just a way of celebrating our independence as a nation.
And over in St. Philip, one resident continued his tradition of decorating his home and the community in national colors. Leon, the Lightman Mears, brought yet another colorful concept to curtains this year.
My concept is designs, just designs and hitting the road using a lot of national colors, a lot of patriotism and a lot of tight talent and thing and enough ambition behind it.
How long did it take you to...
This take me about 3 weeks and I'll finish it, but I almost finished.